So, as you can tell, we have a bit of a problem. It's kind of dark here. I'm standing at the front door of our house, and there's literally no windows at the front except for this transom light just above me. It's just not enough light, and we need to fix that. In typical fashion of houses built in the last 20-30 years, there's no screen door at the front of the house. So today we need to change that, so we can go from this to this.
Hey guys, in today's exciting episode, I hear an airplane. I hear an airplane. Yeah. Okay, in today's exciting episode, we are testing a claim. That claim is that this screen door can be installed in 10 minutes. I don't know if that means it includes opening the box and making sure all the parts are there, but we're going to put it to the test, take you along for the ride, and see what happens. Welcome back to Master of None. So while I'm unboxing this and checking all the parts, let me explain the backstory of this. We've wanted a screen door for some time, mostly so we can have the front door open to get some natural light during the day. As you can see, the front of the house is pretty dark during the day, and it's just gloomy without light. Sure, we could flip on a light, but nothing beats natural sunlight. Another requirement was to get some fresh air. Here in South Texas, it can get pretty chilly during the winter and miserably hot during the summer. So keeping it open for a breeze isn't always going to happen, but when we can, we want it. So something that had a screen would be important, but it wouldn't be used all the time. So we finally selected a door that met our needs. This is a door from Larson and is full view and has a retractable screen, which means we can get the breeze when we want it and easily close it up when the weather isn't great. The design means there's nothing to put into storage either. The screen just rolls out of the way. We'll get to that in a minute. Now this door was not given to us. This is not a sponsored video. We paid retail for it. It and the door handle. You see, Larson makes handles that only work with their doors. You can't get any old doorknob off a shelf and get it installed in this thing. So you've got 7 handles to choose from, which is a pretty good selection, and you should find one that works. If you're in the market for a screen door, here's something that might save you some confusion and or frustration. This door is labeled on the website as a right-handed outswing, which means the hinge is on the left. Clear as mud, right? Yeah, that caused a lot of frustration for us. I mean a lot. The shipping box has a sticker with a nice little picture and says left hinge, which makes a hell of a lot of sense, doesn't it? If only the website had those words or displayed that sticker, this would have been installed a long time ago. Only after all the trials and tribulations of getting this door, did I find this picture. This picture would have saved me a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, a lot of money, and a lot of time. Anyway, enough complaining. Let's read those instructions and continue with this install. So we've got 3 clips that need to go on the bottom. And it should be that easy. Now, as you can tell from my struggle here, I'm just trying to make sure this thing is squared up in the door frame, and I didn't know how to do that. Lucky for me, the supervisor stopped by to talk through the process. And then the screws, they'll draw it nice and tight against the molding. And then...
So are you ready to do it?
I think so. Hand me the level. Oh, look at that. That's nice. That's perfect.
Okay.
That's awesome. if you want to put your hand there.
Where? Here?
Yeah, that's fine. So as you saw a few minutes ago, the tracks on the left and right side of the door contain a couple of screws, about a half a dozen each side. You just have to drill them into your door frame and it stays in place. And that really is the only time in this install that you need a second pair of hands. Alright, so in classic Vinny style, I screwed up the instructions. Yeah, I was not supposed to attach the door until I put the door handle on. But I think I'll be able to fake it just a little bit. I'll hold that in place. Then we'll get the other parts. After the door handle is installed and we cover up the screw tracks, the installation is done. Now comes the tedious task of fine-tuning everything, and the first item on that list is adjusting the swing of the door. Luckily, all it takes is one hex bolt in the upper track. One of the features that we really appreciate with this door is that it doesn't need the traditional pneumatic screen door closer. It's all hidden away in this track. It also means that you don't have to slide that little tab to keep it open. You just swing it all the way open until it snaps open. And to close it, just give it a little tug. So one of the challenges of this 10-minute install is imperfections. Now what I'm showing you here is a gap in the wood from the builder. So it's not because of the door, it's because of the construction. There's a gap here, but it disappears on the other side. So we're going to have to fill that up. And also, before I finish the install of the plate down here, we'll notice there's also a little gap. The door frame is level, but that means it's not resting. So we're going to have to get some shims under there to give it a little more rigidity and fill it in with some foam, just like at the top, so that it doesn't let critters in. Here's another look at the gap in the threshold. There's nothing over on that right side, or the left side, but over here it gets bigger and bigger, and so yeah, we're going to have to fill that in. So another challenge that is related to the construction of the home is the installation of the door. So as you can see, this is sitting flat. As we move over here, it's not. So yet another problem we're going to have to deal with. Now this plate, this came with the screen door, and it's got these little 3M tabs of double-sided adhesive. So that'll come in play, but I have a feeling what I'll do is I'll add double-sided adhesive the entire length here. I'll get this all cleaned up, maybe sand it down, I don't know yet, but we'll have that in there. Come on, there we go. Putting this in place also means taking these plates off. It's a little plastic tab, but we'll cut it to notch it out here, and it'll sit flush up against there. We'll have to cut that construction adhesive out, but another 10-minute job, right? And now for the big reveal.
And that's how you get the screen open. All in all, this went really well. Pretty quick. Don't know about 10 minutes, but I did have to read the instructions a couple of times and screwed up just once. Yeah, that's how I do it. Anyway, if you have any questions, drop them down below, and we'll see you on the next one.